Good morning, y'all. It's Tuesday morning. Now, my question to you guys today is, are a few of you getting some mood swings lately because all of a sudden, you question things like, things that you've never even really thought about in the past? Maybe you want to learn something new, or thinking about changing your career, or even thinking about changing your typical menu for lunch. Whatever it is, whenever there's a change of season, we all wonder, what's going to happen? And what changes our future? What changes are in store for the future? Some of you might not like these feelings and not like change, but I do. And I feel like, it's going to be hard to describe because it makes you wonder what the heck is going on around us. Anyways, don't worry too much because we got this first song ready for you guys right now. And let us know what you think. This is Jennifer Hudson with I Can't Describe. That was Jennifer Hudson with I Can't Describe. And you guys are now tuned into What's Poppin' with Brian Jew on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, here are a couple things I'd like to tell you guys. Send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com. If you have any questions or just want to say a quick message, be like, what up, B? Love the new season. Also, you can check us a playlist on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. Alrighty, ladies and gents, now it's time for today's pick. Now, this next song is a song where you can, listen to during your workout. So start of anything, any time of the day. Now, when you warm up, prepare for something important, you need to listen to something upbeat, but not too hardcore upbeat, of course. Just good enough to get you started. Now, this song is by Mr. John Legend, and he's an amazing artist. Usually sings about love, of course, but his lyrics are about much more than everyday love. This song is called PDA, which is pretty much, it stands for Public Display of Affection. And it's about how we don't have to care about what other people think. You can kiss your boyfriend or girlfriend, hold hands, cuddle, and don't care about what people think. So I think the song is perfect when there's change in the season, when you need a little, bit of new element in your life. And you want to start something new, working out, or, some of those bad habits that you haven't been able to change. Hopefully this song can help you change that. Once again, this is John Legend with PDA. That was Mr. John Legend with PDA. It's a great song. Like I said, public display of affection. And don't be afraid of it, but there has to be limits, y'all. Just because I say don't be afraid about hugging and touching hands, that's a good limit. But if you guys are going to start smooching, that can be bothersome to a lot of people in public. People are going to come up to you and be like, look, get a room. Don't do that in public. That's on your own time. So, there should be limits to PDA. Holding hands, pretty cool. Hugging, pretty cool. But if you can start locking lips, try not to do that in public, y'all. Anyways, want to get to the next song. And the next song is by a wonderful artist. And if you guys know his name, you guys know who I'm talking about. Javier Carlin. And he's an American singer and songwriter from Connecticut. Now, fans and critics refer to his style of music as acoustic soul. And from 2002 to 2006, he used to be with Capitol Records. But after 2006, he decided to do his own thing as an independent artist. Now, 2011, he was the winner of the U.S. television show on NBC, The Voice. Y'all know that show. And it received $100,000. I'm a little jealous, of course. And signed a record contract with Universal Republic Records. And he also mentioned recently that he struggles with his record label and is looking for one more mutual relationship, according to his interview. So with no further ado, I give you Javier Carlin with How Many People Can Say That? What a great song. How Many People Can Say That by the artist Javier Carlin. And earlier we're talking about starting something new, and it reminded me that not many Korean people have many hobbies lately, and many Koreans started to learn how to play musical instruments. And I've heard people saying, who have time to do anything? I'm too busy. Yes, a lot of Koreans complain that they're too busy, they have nothing to do, like they can't learn anything new because they're so busy all the time. Now, despite all these people, a good amount of Koreans are wishing to learn a music instrument. I think, it has to do with many audition programs on TV. You know what I'm talking about. All those singing shows, instrument shows, whatnot. And we see ordinary people and watching them wanting to be superstars. And it gives you a little hope. And even ordinary people can play music or do something pretty cool. So there are more and more 직장인 bands. Now you guys are probably thinking, what is a 직장인 band? Now here I am to explain it to you. There are types of amateur bands that ordinary salary men and women or people all over the world, with the normal profession. They play music in a band as a hobby once or twice a year. They get together and they put their own show to invite their families, friends and strangers. It's a great idea, especially if you love music. I guess your desire as a younger kid, you wanted to be in a band, you wanted to be a singer, you wanted to be an artist, but you never had that dream come true. So this is a great idea to actually get together, start your own music, start your own band, and just invite close friends and family. I would do it if I was not a singer. There you go. So we're going to play a song by another artist who I think is very talented. He's multi-talented. And the artist I'm talking about, he knows how to rock out. Justin Timberlake, born in 1981. Y'all know Justin Timberlake. Now, many of you young listeners, only know him as a single artist. However, did you know he was in a boy band called NSYNC? And NSYNC had some hit songs like Bye Bye Bye. And I believe we talked about it briefly in the other segment, but we missed the parts when he was, a kid, used to be on the Mickey Mouse Club. And he used to work with Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yes, now everybody has their own embarrassing moments, and I think that's probably Justin's funny moment when he was a younger kid on the Mickey Mouse Club. And then after that, he did his thing. He went from NSYNC to a solo artist career. He co-wrote and produced his own album with Timberland, of course. Got confused, similar names. And also the next song, he helped produce as well. And it features Jay-Z and is released on a studio album called The 2020 Experience, which came out in June of 2012. And also on Beyonce's self-titled album that just came out recently. So check it out. This is Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z, Suit and Tie. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin' on TBS efm 101.3. Mr. Joe Park will be stepping in the studio shortly to talk about sampling, going back to the roots of some of the tracks, songs that we never knew were originals or not originals. You're probably thinking like, oh, this song is a remake? I didn't know that. So we're going to educate you guys on a Tuesday segment called Chop, Loop, and Reverse It. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Chop, Loop, and Reverse It with your man, Joe Park. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good today.
You doing good? You look more energized.
Yeah, the weather's nice. Not as cold,
The weather's nice. Yes, it is. But the bad thing is the micro dust in the air.
Oh, seriously?
I know a lot of people are getting sick.
Yeah.
And I've been riding around on my scooter, so I got to buy one of those little masks.
You got a scooter?
Of course I got a scooter. It's
cute.
That's for cute. Me, it suits my image, but I'm saying it's just convenient with the traffic and everything.
You gotta ride motorcycles, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, real man would be smart enough to know that a motorcycle costs a lot of money compared to a scooter.
Okay.
Say you might have cash. Buy me a motorcycle then.
I mean, a motorcycle's more safer, you know what I'm saying? More sturdier,
Scooters are safer.
No. They got small little wheels. You go on a little pothole, you go, whoa! You might just push you off the road. A real man can withstand those potholes. All right.
I know how to drive my thing. I know how to do it. That sounds weird. But right now, we're here in the studio to talk about some sampling music.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe Park, of course, brought us some great tracks. So today, who you want to talk about?
The first song I brought for you is the legendary SWV.
Oh, you brought it for me?
Well.
Joe, you're so sweet.
And the song's called Use Your Heart.
Aw. I feel like I'm going to cry. Thank you so much.
Okay.
SWV. But he's not actually dedicating that to me. It's actually his job to bring songs,
that's
of course.
Right, that's right.
And the song is actually for you guys, all the listeners out there in Radio Land.
Of course.
Our SWV, Use Your Heart. When did this song come out?
It was released in 1996 as the second single from their album New Beginning.
Okay.
And it was produced by the Neptunes, and
Then you know it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
The Neptunes produced it.
SWV stands for
Sisters with Voices.
Yes. And they're a female R&B group. It was Grammy nominated, and they're from New York City, and they became one of the most successful R&B groups of the 90s.
Of course, because I used to love SWV.
Yeah.
Love them.
And they had bigger hits.
I guess
like,
a week and
there we go. Bring it on.
Love that song.
And then there's like Right There / Human Nature. I'm so into you. You're the one.
I'm so into you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. For all y'all new kids who don't know the old classic R&B songs.
Yeah, this is classic
right here. Great songs.
Classic, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the group disbanded in like 1998. These girl groups like Destiny's Child, they disbanded, and all these boy groups.
I don't know why they do that. Well, they could take a break. You don't have to actually split up the group.
Well, what I heard happens is like, they're like, I want to do my own thing now. They hit a certain level of success, and they're like, what, I want to go solo. I want to, I don't want to record with you, and I've heard of.
So now I can't say much because I was in a group called Flat in the Sky. And then we wanted to do our solo thing, but we didn't disband. We just wanted to take a break from the band thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like these girls can come back as a group. They were so talented back in the past.
Yeah, I heard there were times where, like, you know, they would, like, if they get into fights and stuff, they would come separately to the studio, record by themselves. Like, I'm not talking to her today. And
they got all diva on each other?
Issues, you know.
Oh.
You never know what happens. Yeah,
they got to change the group name to SWA, Sisters with Attitudes.
Yeah.
Not voices anymore. But, okay, so this song came out in what was it again?
1996.
1996.
Yeah.
All right, now this is the sample or is this the actual song?
This is the actual, no. This is a song sampled from the song BT Express.
Oh.
Yes, and the song is called If It Don't Turn You On, You Ought to Leave It Alone.
BT Express sounds like somebody, or someplace I go to order like Chinese food. You know?
BT Express stands for Brooklyn Truck Express.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say BT Express. I'd be like, could I get one fried white, please? You know, that's what I was thinking.
Some chow mein.
Exactly. Oh, that sounds really good right now. Very hungry.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So right now we're going to listen to the sample first, I believe. So let's get into that right now.
If it don't turn you on, you ought to leave it alone.
Oh, I said but guess what?
What?
I don't know the song. I'm saying, I just learned me something new.
Yeah, this song's a bit trickier. I mean, because when you hear Use Your Heart, it's like slowed down, real, you know, sensual.
Which a lot of the
like,
artists do when they remake songs.
Yeah,
they speed
so
it up or slow it down.
So you might not catch on to it right away. But if you hear like the guitar and the chord pattern, you know.
Then you'll see the similarity.
Yeah.
Okay,
so BT Express is a lot faster.
When did this song come out?
This one came out in 1974 on their debut album. Yeah.
Okay.
Their debut album is called, you know, Do It Till You're Satisfied.
Okay.
And this album hit #1 on the R&B charts, #5 on the pop charts. It's a big hit back in the day in the 70s.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and the #1 single was Do It Till You're Satisfied, and, you know, same as the title. And they were basically an American funk disco group that had like a number of successful songs in the 70s, and, you know, they're part of like the original Brooklyn sound back in the day, and they're part of this band called the King Davis House Rockers. Right, these three guys.
Never heard of them either, but, you know, every day's a school day. We learn something new.
Yeah, and they were successful for a while, and then their label had some business difficulties. They re-signed, and then after that, they started disappearing a little bit. And
are they still around, or?
No, they're not. They're not releasing anything. You know, they're all older now, and
they're all still alive, right? I hope so.
Yeah, they're still alive.
Whew, I was a little scared there. Alrighty, so that was BT Express with If It Don't Turn You On.
Yeah.
Of course, and that's a song that SWV used, of course, and they kind of slowed it down.
Yes.
Made it their own version. So right now we're going to take a listen to SWV's Use Your Heart.
Yeah, it gets you in the mood, huh?
That was SWV with Use Your Heart. Joe, you a thief, man.
Why? What happened?
How can you do that? You stole my heart.
I didn't steal it. I just used it. I didn't steal it.
Oh, you're a user? You
right.
crush it?
That's right.
See, all you ladies out there, Joe is a womanizer. He uses the girl's heart and just throws it out there.
No, I don't throw it out. I use it.
It motivates you to write more songs, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
That was SWV with Use Your Heart. Great oldie right there. But see, I knew of this song, but I didn't know BT Express was the original track they used to make the track. Okay. I learned something new for myself as well.
That's right.
Thank you very much. But you guys are now tuned to What Top, Loop, and Reverse It with your man Joe Park, of course. And we're going to get into the second song today, which is...
Song by Janet Jackson.
I was about to say, Janice Jackson? Janis Joplin? Who we were talking about? Janet Jackson.
Yes.
And for those of you who know me, that's my #1 singer of all time.
Oh, man. God,
I was in the Janet Jackson fan club.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Wow.
I love Janet. And
I mean, who doesn't love Janet? Really?
Back in my 8th grade year, I had like a school like interview. They're like, what do you want to be in the future? I said, Janet Jackson, back dancer. That's what I want to be, yeah. I used to know all her choreography.
Really?
Yeah. That's the funny thing. I loved Michael first. You know, I was like 3, 4, 5 years old. My dad, my mom got me the Michael Jackson vinyl disc and everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Janet came in the picture. I was like, oh, where is this Jackson coming from? This is the best Jackson ever in the family. And I just fell in love with her. She's gorgeous. She's a great dancer, musically gifted. She's just a natural diva when she's on stage.
Have you seen her live by any chance?
I went to her concert.
So, which means you saw her live, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw her live.
I didn't get to, but...
I saw her in concert twice, in high school, and then 2001, I believe. I went back to the States, and she was in my hometown performing. And the funny thing is, back then, the opening artist was NSYNC.
NSYNC?
Before Justin Timberlake was huge or whatever, whatnot,
yeah.
they're opening for Janet Jackson.
Of course.
Yes. Great concert.
Out, yeah.
And that's the song we're going to set up for you guys right now. This is All For You. And this All For You song came out what year?
It came out in 2001.
Yes, it did.
And it was a single on her 7th studio album.
7th studio album.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a lot of albums.
Yeah, I know. It's her 7th studio album.
Wow.
And it's produced by her producers, Terry Jam and Lewis, which she worked with a lot. And this song basically made history. It put her put her up there like superstar status.
I mean, she always had that superstar status from like Rhythm Nation, If, That's the Way Love Goes. But then I feel like she kind of went a little quiet. Nobody knew what she was doing. And then this song brought her back on the map.
It just made her explode worldwide. So it made like radio history. It was added to every pop and radio station within the first week of its release. It also set the highest record for a debut song, which was not commercially available in the US and France.
Okay.
Yeah, and the song was #1. Billboard Hot 100 chart for 7 weeks, making it the longest reigning hit of the year.
Go, Janet.
Yeah.
I love you for a reason.
And obviously, this one, there's so many awards,
And the video's hot, too. I love the video.
Yeah. The video won
all
awards
the colors
as well.
and everything. Yeah. Amazing video.
And, she has sold over, 130 million records overall. And is ranked one of the best-selling artists in history of contemporary music.
Man.
She is like legendary.
There's a reason why I love Janet. And I used to joke around when the song came out, it says All For You. My last name's Jew.
Oh,
so I'm like,
All
it's
For
All
Jew.
For Jew.
Come
she's singing to me. Yes.
Wow.
All right, so now we all know that Janet Jackson did not come up with this song by herself. She had to use, of course, another singer's song to get the motivation to write this song. Or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did, I mean. And the song that they used is from an artist who is no longer with us, of course. And the artist's name is?
Change. It's like a group. It's an ensemble called Change.
Oh, featuring.
Luther Vandross.
Oh.
And the song's called The Glow of Love. So you can just imagine this guy who made this song and got sampled by Janet. This guy probably made a lot of money. He got lucky. He's like, thank you for using my song.
I'm pretty sure he made a lot of money off the original song, too, because Luther Vandross is up on this track.
Yes, but this is when Luther Vandross was just starting out. It's one of his first tracks that kind of gave him his break.
So he was a newbie.
Yeah, so no one really knew who Luther Vandross was, and then through featuring with Change and working with them, then his voice started getting known, and then he started his solo career.
Okay.
And he started to pop off like that.
All right, well then let's take a listen to the sample track right now. This is Change featuring Luther Vandross with The Glow of Love. That was Change featuring Luther Vandross with The Glow of Love.
Yep.
I just love that funky beat. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's
ding,
like,
ding,
it's like
and the piano, everything.
It's addictive.
It is very addictive.
You just want to keep listening to it and
you know what's funny though?
vibe.
Do you see the connection with this song and Janet Jackson, other than the fact that All For You is a modernized version of this song?
Off the top of my head.
So before All For You came out, Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross actually did a song together.
Oh, really?
For, I forget the name of the movie. It was a soundtrack. But the song's like, the best things in life are free. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
the
really?
movie was made by Damon Brothers, or the Wayans Brothers, the Damon Brothers. Damon Wayans and Marlon Wayans and all them.
Oh, really?
And I just realized, I looked at Luther Vandross' name, I was like, wait, didn't he do something with Janet Jackson a long time ago? And it was a duet track.
Before the song came out?
Before All For You came out.
Oh, okay.
So it was like back in 1990-something, 1980-something. Yeah, 85 or 86,
Really?
87-ish.
Oh, man. I mean, I was born in 1987, so.
No wonder you don't know the song. But yeah, Janet and Luther Vandross did a duet. I think it's called Best Things in Life.
Oh.
Name of the track. If you haven't heard, it's a good song. It's very fun.
I'm learning something today.
Yes, there you go. It just came off the top of my head when I saw Luther Vandross' name.
Wow.
All right, well, this song was very popular, like you said, back in the day.
Yes.
Won awards. It was, like, what year did it come out? 1970?
It came out in 1980.
1980.
Yes, and it reached like number 10 on the Black Albums chart and number 29 on the U.S. Billboard album chart.
Still is all in the top 50. Cool.
Yeah. And The Glow of Love includes the singles like A Lover's Holiday, Searching, and The Glow of Love. And, this group was started by Italians, actually.
Oh.
Jacques Fred Petrus and Mauro Malavasi.
I like how you made them sound French.
Yeah, I don't know. I try my best.
Hey,
I try my best. I'm trying to make the name sound proper.
They eat the mozzarella pizza.
Yeah, so, they started in Italy in 1979. And they were heavily, heavily influenced by the legendary disco band Chic, I'm sorry, my bad. Oh, snap.
I only know that because we played a Chic track yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes, we did on a live show.
My bad. Yeah. I knew something was wrong when calling it Chic. I'm sorry. Anyways. They released...
Insensitive. That's what you is.
7 albums their whole career. Mm-hmm. And have 9 compilation albums of the greatest hit. And actually... the producers of All For You, Jam and Lewis, were actually part of this group at one point.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so there are a lot of people that are coming in and out, and the two guys.
So it wasn't probably hard for them to actually use the track. They're like, oh, we helped. We're part of that group. Okay.
And there are guys that quit, did their own thing, and they're bringing new producers. There's like this whole collective group that was just working together. And Luther Vandross was part of it. And then after he's like, you know what? I'm not singing with you guys and doing my solo thing. He left. And then Terry Jam and Lewis came afterwards. And then they worked a bit, made a few hits with the group. And then they had a few financial issues, like apparently they weren't paid. That's what they claimed. Like, you didn't pay us. And then they left, did their own thing.
That's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
You need to pay these people, man.
Yeah.
Pay the artists. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the song that we're talking about today is Janet Jackson's All For You.
Yep.
Which is, I guess, stemmed from Change, Glow of Love. So right now we're going to get into the song right now. My favorite female artist of all time, Janet Jackson, All For You. That was my girl Janet Jackson with All For You.
All For You.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Joe Parks dedicated that song to me. Thank you very much. Did you know I like Janet Jackson that much?
I didn't know, but
now you know.
I knew.
That I was part of the fan club. That's how much I loved it. That much. Anyways, I want to thank you again for bringing some awesome music with you.
My pleasure as always.
But unfortunately, we have to wrap things up, guys. Yes, I know people are probably like, no, Brian. But remember, guys, we talked about changes. And you guys already know that we started our new season. And tomorrow, we have another new segment called Groovy Grooves with Brian Jew. So don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, y'all. And I hope you guys also have exciting changes in your life. If you don't, let us know. Maybe we can help you guys build your new changes that you guys want to go through. You need something to shake up your life, make it more exciting. And that's what Brian Jew is here to do. So start believing in yourself that you're worth it, y'all. And those changes will come. Hopefully good changes, of course. We don't want bad changes happening. You know what I'm saying? But don't be worried. Even though I'm leaving now, I'll be back tomorrow again at 9:05 a.m. But for now, we have the last song for our show, which is Michelle Shapro with Always Belong to You. Once again, this is Brian Jew and
Joe Park.
Signing off. Peace.